Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are really unpacking slow aging. We've gone through the research, we've looked at the trends, and we're boiling it all down to the ingredients and methods that are, actually clinically proven to work.
That's the mission, exactly. I mean, if
Yeah.
you've ever stood in an aisle just staring at a wall of anti-aging products, you know how overwhelming it is.
Oh, totally. A new miracle ingredient every week.
Right. So today, we're cutting through all that noise. We're giving you a very concise list of ingredients of actual products that have solid clinical data behind them. We're going to cover dark spots, wrinkles, and even the scalp and hair, which people so often forget.
Consider this your shortcut to a routine that's built on science, not just marketing hype.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into it. And with summer coming up, I think the best place to start is UV protection. Pigmentation. It's the biggest concern for so many people.
It's the #1 accelerator, no question. And the science on this is really fascinating because there's such a direct link. The research shows that as we age, these pigmented spots just naturally increase.
The melanin just builds up.
It builds up in the epidermis, and at the same time, your skin's overall brightness index actually goes down. And for something like melasma, you have to act fast. The sources say it can spread like almost uncontrollably if you don't treat it aggressively.
So immediate targeted care is the key. But, most people know they need something for dark spots. What are the key ingredients we should be looking for?
Well, this is where we need to think beyond just one ingredient. It's all about synergy. The sources point to this incredibly effective trio: niacinamide, glutathione, and tranexamic acid.
Okay.
And to really understand why they work so well together, you have to look at pigmentation in 4 distinct stages. You have to tackle all 4 at once.
I think this is what most people miss. It's not just one problem. So, okay, walk us through these 4 stages.
Right. Think of it like a coordinated attack. Stage 1 is early prevention. This is before the process even really gets going.
Stopping it at the source.
Exactly. Ingredients like arbutin and bisabolol work here. Then you have stage 2, which is the blocker. This is where your heavy hitters come in, like glutathione and some forms of vitamin C. They stop the production process cold.
Got it. But what if the melanin is already made? What stops it from, showing up on your face as a brown spot?
That's stage 3. Inhibiting the movement. And the absolute star here is niacinamide, vitamin B3.
Okay.
It acts like a traffic cop. It literally stops the little packets of melanin from traveling up to the surface of your skin where you'd see them.
I see. So niacinamide is like a roadblock. What about tranexamic acid? Where does that fit in?
That's the final piece. Stage 4, suppressing the activators. See, when UV light hits your skin, it releases this signal flare called plasmin.
Right.
And plasmin basically screams at the melanin cells, go, 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 activate. Tranexamic acid works by suppressing that plasmin, so it just quiets down that initial signal.
Wow. So it's a full-on, multi-pronged attack. You're not just blocking production with glutathione. You're jamming the signal with tranexamic acid, and you're stopping the delivery with niacinamide.
That is the power of synergy. You're hitting the problem at every single point in its life cycle.
Now, you can have all the best ingredients in the world, but if they don't get absorbed properly, it's useless, right?
Yeah.
How important is the actual product formulation, the serum itself?
It's absolutely vital, and your skin type really dictates what you should use. For oily or combination skin, the sources point to the Facian Mela Zero ampoule. It uses this patented tech for really quick absorption.
Which you need if you already have oil on your skin.
Exactly. And even though it's lightweight, it has ceramide AP and cholesterol, which mimic your skin's natural lipids to repair the barrier at the same time.
Okay, and what about for dry skin? For that kind of tired, dull look you get when your skin lacks oil.
Then you need a different approach. The Make PREM Glutamine Antioxidant Serum is the recommendation there. Dry skin has a harder time with absorption, so this uses liposome technology.
Liposomes. So those are like tiny delivery vehicles.
A perfect analogy. There are these little lipid bubbles that wrap around the active ingredients, like glutamine, and carry them deeper into the skin. It's paired with a bunch of vitamins like panthenol and a very stable vitamin C derivative to tackle dryness from the inside out and bring that radiance back.
Okay, I want to shift gears a bit to retinol, because this, to me, is maybe the single biggest evolution in skincare over the last, 10 years. It went from this scary, irritating ingredient to an absolute must-have.
It's a massive shift. I mean, I remember when vitamin A was known for working, yes, but also for making your face peel off. It was just so unstable.
Right.
But now, with stabilized retinol, it's a whole new ballgame. It's usually formulated in an oil or a rich cream, which really helps to buffer it and cut down on that irritation. And the core benefits are still there, boosting skin turnover and, of course, improving fine lines.
But it can still be a lot for a beginner.
Hmm.
What's the advice for starting out?
Start low and go slow, incredibly slow. The sources highlight the Laneige Perfect Renew Retinol, which is at 0.045%.
And just for context,
For context, the Korean FDA says a functional concentration starts at 0.075%. So this is intentionally designed to be a gentle starting point.
okay, so what are the non-negotiables for using it? What do people absolutely need to know?
Two things. First, the packaging is critical. Retinol is super sensitive to light, heat, and air. If it's in a clear jar, just don't buy it. It needs to be in opaque, airtight packaging.
Got it. And second,
Adaptation. Even at this low dose for the first week, just apply a tiny rice grain amount only on the areas you're concerned about. Wrinkles, pores, that's it. Then maybe the second week you can expand.
and the sources mentioned a tester with thin skin had issues even at 0.045%. So what's the difference between normal adjustment and a real red flag that means you should stop?
That's such an important question. A little bit of pinkness or tingling at first can be normal, but if you get intense, hot redness or widespread flaking or a stinging that doesn't go away, you stop. You do not push through real irritation. You pause, you focus on your barrier, and then you can try again later, maybe less frequently.
Okay, and the other big question that always comes up, can you use retinol and vitamin C together?
Ah, the classic myth. So if you're talking about high-strength pure retinol and high-strength pure vitamin C, like L-ascorbic acid,
Yeah.
no, that's still a recipe for irritation.
But
The sources are clear that a low or medium-strength retinol plays very well with a vitamin C derivative. That ethyl ascorbic acid we mentioned earlier, that's a perfect example.
so the derivative is the key. It's more stable, less aggressive, so you get the collagen-boosting synergy without the inflammation.
You get the synergy without compromising your skin barrier.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, to push elasticity even further, what about at-home beauty devices? The sources mention microcurrents and derma shots. What can you realistically expect from those?
The main thing they do is help with collagen production and muscle contraction. So you're not going to see a huge difference in your pores or surface texture. It's deeper than that.
So it's more about the facial lines, the contour.
Exactly. Jaw lines, smile lines. That's where you'll see more significant effects. Listeners in their 40s and 50s especially often report being really surprised by the results.
But there's a huge but here, isn't there? The aftercare is critical.
Oh, it's non-negotiable. Using these devices can make your skin incredibly dry very quickly. You're basically pushing product deep in, and that process can disrupt your barrier. A simple gel cream is not going to be enough.
So what do you need?
You need a heavy-duty, high-concentration moisture cream, something with a shea butter oil base, like the ones recommended from ISOI or Abib. You have to immediately replenish those oils and lock that moisture back in. Skipping that step it undoes all the good work.
So we've covered the face pretty intensively, but for total slow aging, you have to look up, right? Let's talk about the forgotten frontier, the scalp and hair.
It is so forgotten. But your scalp skin is just an extension of your forehead skin. It ages in the same way, and it affects your hair density, the quality, everything.
So what are some simple routine things people can do?
Okay, first, untangle your hair before you wash it. When your hair is wet, it's weaker, and you cause so much physical breakage by trying to detangle it with shampoo in.
That's a great tip.
Second, especially when it's dry out, massage your scalp with a little jojoba oil. It feels good, sure, but it's also delivering nutrients and boosting circulation right at the follicle.
And I was glad to see the sources mentioned regular haircuts. It's not just about style.
Not at all. It's purely functional. Nutrients from your scalp can only travel so far down the hair shaft. Once your ends are split and dry, they're dead weight. A trim keeps everything healthy.
Okay, let's do a product deep dive. The steam-based turmeric anti-hair loss ampoule gets a big mention. What's so special about it?
The core of it is a 2% patented turmeric peptide. It's basically a protein from turmeric that's designed to improve the health of the scalp and the hair follicle itself.
So you're feeding the follicle directly. What else is in there?
You've got biotin, which has sulfur in it to strengthen the hair's internal bonds. You have salicylic acid, a BHA, to gently exfoliate and control sebum, and caffeine to stimulate circulation.
And the application sounds like a big part of the experience.
It is. It has a metal surgical ball applicator, and the formula has menthol, so you get this intense cooling sensation and a massage at the same time. People said the cooling effect lasts for hours, and after just 1 week, they saw less dryness and fewer flakes.
Okay, and one last thing for hair. A cosmetic hack for sparse hairlines or grays.
Yes, the Marshik Enriched Black Serum, it's charcoal-based, so it's a deep black. You can use it to fill in a sparse hairline, your eyebrows, cover a few grays, but the best part is that it's an easy wash formula. It comes right out with your regular shampoo. No
Yeah,
commitment.
that's brilliant. Okay, circling back to the face. You can have the best treatment serums, but if your base products aren't right, you're undermining the whole routine. We have to talk about sunscreen and foundation.
They're the foundation of everything, literally. For oily skin in the summer, reapplication is so important every 3 hours because oil and sweat just break down that protective film so fast.
And for sensitive skin, what's the recommendation? Physical or chemical sunscreen?
The sources strongly recommend a physical sunscreen. They just tend to be less irritating. The specific one is the Dincy Premium Vegan Mild Moist Sunscreen. It's zinc oxide based, so it physically blocks UVA and UVB.
No white cast. That's always the issue with zinc.
Minimal white cast, which is a huge plus, and it's confirmed at SPF 56.9. It's hydrating, and this is key. It's an easy wash type.
Let's drill down on that. Why is easy wash so important, especially when you're layering makeup on top?
It's all about gentle cleansing. When you're using actives like retinol, the last thing you want to do is scrub your face raw trying to get your makeup off. An easy wash sunscreen paired with the right foundation means everything comes off with less effort, which protects your skin barrier.
So what's the right foundation to pair with it?
The Misha Layering Fit Foundation. It's designed specifically for this synergy. It's a hybrid formula, very thin-like, 50% less viscous than a cushion foundation, but with really strong adhesion so it lasts all day.
And a thin application is what you want, right?
Yeah.
To avoid it settling into fine lines.
Yeah.
I was also fascinated by the color science behind the ivory shade.
Oh, it's brilliant. For their 19 Ivory, which is a cool tone, they actually add blue pigment.
Blue pigment. Why?
It's an old trick. Blue optically neutralizes any underlying yellow or red tones in your skin, so you get this really clean, clear ivory shade without it looking heavy or ashy.
Wow, that is really smart. Okay, so we have covered a ton of ground today, from the tiny signals that cause pigmentation all the way to the foundation you put on top of it.
We really have. We've built out 3 key pillars for management. First, pigmentation, using that ingredient synergy. Second, elasticity with stabilized retinol and devices. And third, that foundational scalp health, which ties it all together.
This deep dive should give you everything you need to filter out the marketing noise and build a routine that's actually going to work for you. It's about being informed.
Absolutely.
So we've focused a lot today on ingredients and products, but we also talked about physical methods, right? Like a simple scalp massage or using a microcurrent device.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, how might we one day actually quantify the impact of those physical methods on how well the ingredients work? How to turn a simple routine into a truly maximized effort. That's something to think about as you start your own slow aging journey this week.